Okay, so today we're going to talk about solving inequalities with variables on both sides. Inequalities are just your less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to symbols. So what that means is less than or greater than, they're going to be open circles. So as I taught, if they have no line or no partner, they are open to other relationships. So you have an open circle. For these, the equal to, you have a line underneath, so that's your partner. Okay, so you're closed off to other relationships. Okay, 3 steps. You're going to distribute if needed, combine like terms if needed, isolate the variable. Okay, so there's still a part A, which is going to be move the variable being the letter, to the left. Okay, and then you're going to, part B, move the number to the right. Okay, as long as you follow these 3 steps, you're going to be just fine. So let's go to the first one. So step 1 is distribute if needed. So if you know you need to distribute when there's a number in front of parentheses. I have no number in front of the parentheses here, and I have no number in front of the parentheses here. So I'm going to go straight to step 2. Combine like terms. I can't combine these two because one has a variable, one doesn't. I can't combine these two because one has a variable and one doesn't. So then step 3 is going to be isolate the variable. So I need to move all my variables to the left side of the symbol. So my variable's right here, and I'm going to do that by doing the inverse. The inverse of positive 5x is minus 5x. And what I do to one side, I'm going to do to the other. Okay, now here I have -4 minus 5 gives me -9x. Then I'm going to drop down everything that I didn't use. So I'm going to bring down the positive 10, and I'm going to bring down the positive 55. You do not have to put the plus sign in front. It's assumed to be positive when there is no positive symbol. Now, that is part A, which was moving the variable to the left. Part B of 3 is moving just the numbers to the right. So I'm going to go to my left side where the variable's at. The number without the variable is a positive 10. So I'm going to do the inverse of positive 10, which is -10, inverse being opposite. And what I do to one side of the symbol, I'm going to do to the other. I drop down what I don't use. I'm going to bring down my symbol. And then this is going to give me 45. Now, anytime you have a number in front of a variable, that means you're multiplying. The inverse, the opposite of multiplication, is division. So I'm going to divide by -9. Don't put the x. Divide by -9. These cancel out. I'm going to bring down my x, and this is -5. Now I'm going to pause, and I'm going to make a little note. You flip the symbol when you divide by a negative number. So what that means is this symbol right here, is going to flip the other way. So instead of being greater than, it now becomes less than, but it stays equal to. And this will be your final answer. Now, if you graph it, okay, so this one is going to be a little bit of a graph. So step 1, again, still can't do. Step 2, I still can't do. So I'm going to go to step 3, okay, which is going to be part A, move the variable to the left. Well, my variable on the right is a positive 8a. Negative is going to be the inverse, and I'm going to do it to both sides. There is an invisible 1 here. 1 minus 8 is going to be a -7a. Then I'm going to bring down everything I don't use. So I bring down my symbol, my -6, and I'm going to bring down the 15, and my 8's canceled out. So that was 3a. Now I'm going to go to B, which is moving just the number, not the one attached to the variable. So this is going to be +6, +6. I'm going to bring down what I didn't use, -7a, bring down my symbol, and then when I have 15 plus 6, that's going to give me 21. Then again, a number in front of a variable means you're multiplying. The inverse of multiplication is division. These cancel out. I didn't touch my a. That stays down. This is -3. Again, I divided by a negative, so I'm going to flip the symbol when divide by negative number. So now the symbol becomes less than or equal, greater than or equal to. And then that would be your final answer. Now, to graph it, this symbol, remember, according to the notes we took, it has a partner, so it is a closed circle. So this is going to be closed. It is greater than or equal to. So that means it's going to point to the right. So what that means is I'm going to draw a closed circle at -3 right here, just like this. And I'm going to draw an arrow and point it to the right. And that's it. Now, if you are not dividing by a negative, the sign will stay the same and you won't change anything at all. It's just whenever you divide by a negative, which is the most common mistake, you forget to flip your sign. Other than that, as long as you follow those 3 steps, you're going to be just fine.